Hello.
Oh, yay.
Hello, everybody. Awesome. I see people still in the waiting room popping in here. Hello, hello. Thank you all for being flexible. Awesome. Paul is connecting to audio. Will's connecting to audio. Perfect. I know Katie had a long day. Hello. Awesome. Okay, so I think you are all connected. Welcome. Again, thank you so much for being flexible. This morning was a little wild, but then we found out Zoom was down all over and it wasn't just us. So that being said, we're going to start today's call, as we start all calls, with a little bit of inspiration. And today's theme, Tina and I had talked about it, I'd say probably like 3 or 4 days ago. And I'm really glad that we talked about the theme because honestly, I think I needed it in order to get through the hiccup this morning because I personally am a very type A person. Like I want everything to go as planned. And when it doesn't, I get like, oh my God, like what else could we possibly do? So because we were talking about this theme prior, I had reflected on it. And the theme today is celebrate you. And the way that I took that, and I want to bring it into class, is we're so focused on self-care. We're inundated with self-care. Society, it's like the hot topic, which is amazing. It is such a good thing that people are prioritizing this and it's deemed necessary, right? Like this is stuff a lot of us know. But then when we are experiencing it, we're practicing self-care. And for you, that could be this yoga class, or that could be reading, or that could be sitting outside, or that could be time with family. All of these things that we do for self-care. Sometimes that comes with, oh, but I should be doing this instead, or there's some sort of guilt that comes along with it. And the reason we feel that way when we're practicing self-care, but we're not 100% in it, is because we're lacking self-compassion. And compassion is something that we so easily find for other people. You know, like if someone else is having a hard time, we're able to, you know, be empathetic and reason and, oh, well, they did this today, or they didn't show up for this because they were having a hard night or whatever. That's all compassion. But we tend to lack that for ourselves. And the reason this is important for this morning is myself this morning, I would have bugged out. I would have allowed my stress to be so high to just like, I would have had blurred vision, right? Like I wouldn't have known what to do next. But because I reflected and had compassion for myself and been proud of myself and like proud of this new calm I've acquired, I was able to get through it. So as we like think about and work into celebrating ourselves, we have a smaller group tonight, so I want to go around and do a little community share. And basically, when you introduce yourself, just say who you are if you're able to. I know some of you are doing other things, so if you aren't able to get on microphone, that's fine. Just introduce yourself, say where you're from, and then also something that you're celebrating about yourself. And it doesn't have to be something you've done. It can be a trait that you're proud of or happy about or grateful for, just grateful that you have it. So I just want us to be focused on celebrating you. So we'll start with Amanda.
Nothing like being on the spot first. My name's Amanda. I live in Kansas. I am attempting to celebrate sticking through hard things and doing things that are hard and working through the process.
Awesome. And being grateful for the process, right? Because the process is where all the goodie is.
It's the learning process, and it's got a curve right now, and I'm getting frustrated with it.
All right. Well, you're diligent and you're persistent. Awesome. Joanna?
Oh, hi, everyone. I'm Joanna. I'm from Miami, Florida. And I'm celebrating that I've been committed to my weight loss journey. And I was introduced through my coach with Brittni and Tina. And I've come through every Sunday, and there is some poses I can't do because last year I overcame 2 spine surgeries. So I had to learn how to walk 10 months ago. So seeing myself where I'm at today, and I've lost 20 pounds so far, and I'm learning new habits to eat. I celebrate that because 10 months ago, I was almost gonna give up, but I didn't, and my family, my friends, they're awesome. And I connected with Gina, which is my coach. So I feel that I'm very proud of that as of today, you know, that I could do this, and I see myself doing yoga, something I never thought I'll ever do. So I celebrate.
Amazing. Awesome. So we're celebrating, and as we do this too, this will be helpful. As we go through what we're celebrating, go ahead and drop your Instagram handle and your location in the chat. So we're celebrating diligence, persistence, commitment. Linda? Oh, why isn't it letting me unmute you? There you go.
Okay. So I'm Linda. I live in Texas, closer to Houston. And I'm proud that I'm almost done with phase 1.
Wow, yeah, that's a big deal. I did 75 hard myself, so I'd say you're also a very committed person. Paula?
Hey, I'm Paula. I'm in Central Mississippi, and today, mentioning that, ironically, today I'm actually starting 75 hard, so this is day 1. But the main thing I'm celebrating is I'm celebrating breaking walls. I'm celebrating breaking walls to admitting that I deserve self-care, and that it's something that I need, that I've not done for a long time.
Everything gets better, you know, in the world around us and for everybody that we know when we care about ourselves. Will?
I'm William. I'm from Oregon. I do have a lot that I need to be grateful and celebrate for. I've shared this story lots of times to a lot of people, that at age 4 I was diagnosed with autism, suspected to never become independent, never succeed, and here I am living independently in my own house, my own full-time job, master's degree in special education. Started my fitness journey, almost has been a year. I made the decision to start fitness probably last year of June, lost over 50 pounds in the process. And
That's a lot to
yeah.
celebrate. I hope you're so proud of all of that.
I definitely am, yeah. I keep on giving a lot of thought about doing 75 hard. I'm just slowly incorporating it into my daily routine. The biggest factor is just the cheat meal.
Well, maybe after you can talk offline with Paula, or even myself. I've done 75 hard, Tina's done 75 hard, and we can chat about 75 hard and maybe what's holding you back versus what would get you going. Okay. Kelly?
I'm Kelly. I'm from Albany, New York, and I'm celebrating being 56 days through 75 hard.
Woohoo! Look at all of this. Awesome. Mary?
Hey guys. Thanks for the opportunity to introduce ourselves. I think this is my 4th or 5th yoga with you girls. And yeah, I wasn't ready to bring something or share something that I celebrate, but I can share something. I recently got my own place, so I'm learning a lot of new skills, and I'm trying to do some stuff by myself, like painting the ceiling and walls, and I'm learning a lot of new words. And yeah, I'm also not familiar with what 75 hard is, so if any of you can explain a little bit about it.
Yeah, so first off, I'd say that's a huge thing to celebrate, getting your own place, but then also everything else that you listed. Where are you?
Oh, I'm from Chicago.
Chicago. So briefly, and we can get into it later too, but 75 Hard is, it's a mental toughness program. So it's basically it's a series of challenges, and you kind of do all of these things every day, and you develop these habits. And it's basically just setting yourself up to win and prove to yourself over and over and over that you're capable of winning. So that way, everything that you see, you know that you can accomplish it. That's what I got out of 75 Hard.
That's exciting.
Doug? So I know you joined a little bit late, but we're just sharing something that we're celebrating. What are we proud of?
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess I'm celebrating, kind of just opening up to, new mindsets and new experiences, and this being one of them. Kind of never thought I'd be doing yoga on Sundays, and I've been enjoying it more than I ever thought I would. And yeah, I guess just also mindsets of, just ways to experience things, like going through, this time period, and just making the best of things, and, trying to motivate others to try and do the best that they can too.
Love that. And it says Joshua. And I think it's Kelsey, right?
Okay, yes. I'm sorry. I always do that. I don't know why.
Okay,
it's my name, but it's always my husband's name. Yeah, I'm Kelsey Coleman, and I joined kind of late. I apologize. I was trying to get my daughters to nap, and I failed. But
no worries. So all that we're sharing is something that we're celebrating within ourselves. It could be something we did, or just a trait that we're happy that we have.
Okay. Well, lately I am focusing a lot more on building a career. I'm very excited about that. I've just been like a stay-at-home mom and kind of done things here and there with coaching tumbling. But yeah, I'm really focusing on trying to build a career from home, to have that, I don't know, eventually maybe like that can be a full-time thing. And my husband coaches and teaches high school, so he's really busy with that. And yeah, we both want to work together so that we don't have to work as much.
That's fair. So one, I just want to say, being a stay-at-home mom is not just a stay-at-home mom. You do so much. So just like, it is not just, and also I work for a women's empowerment organization, and that is our jam. So we should talk about that.
Okay, yeah.
All righty. So Tina, now that we've all been able to share something that we're celebrating, do you want to go ahead and take us through some flow?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and get started. I guess I should share as well.
Yes.
So, oh my gosh. I guess one thing that I'm celebrating is I just moved to a new area, and usually it's really hard to kind of like make myself like have conversations with people I don't know, which is kind of weird because I teach yoga and I have no problem doing that. So I really, since moving, just pushed myself to like start conversations with people I see on my walks. It kind of helps that I have a dog, because the dogs start talking and then the parents start talking. But it's really helped like make new friends and make some new connections. So just kind of like getting out of the little eggshell a little bit is what I'm celebrating today.
Awesome. Wait, I feel like we missed Shannon, but I can't tell if you're watching on the TV. There you go.
Yeah, I am. I'm Shannon, and I'm from New Jersey, and there's not much to celebrate with me, just learning to listen to my body and not overdo things.
That's a huge thing to celebrate.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And I think that's something actually we can all, especially everyone who's done 75 hard and has that mental consciousness of like, let's just get through everything. It's also very important that we listen, right? So, all right, Tina, on that note.
Yeah, let's get this party started. So we're going to begin today on our backs. So when you guys are ready, you can find a nice comfortable position on a mat. Make sure there's enough space for you to move around. If you need any tools or water bottles, you might want to just grab some of that now. Good. If you have the playlist, you can go ahead and press play, or listen to whatever jam you guys are feeling today. But as you get onto your mat, you can just take up as much space as you'd like. You can go ahead and close the eyes. You're just going to start to breathe nice and slow. Good. And just start to allow the body to fall into the earth. So because we kind of went through an entire day before this class, we might be holding a lot of tension in our shoulders or in our legs or in our arms or in our face. So what I want you to start to do is start at the top of the head, And we're just going to relax our forehead, relax the inner or the space between our eyebrows. So feel the eyebrows kind of melting away and down the face. Relax the cheeks. Relax the lips and the jaws. Maybe on your next exhale, you can move the shoulders even further away from the ears. Allow the arms to just kind of sink into the earth. Allow the fingertips to get heavy. Allow the belly to relax, the back to relax, the hips. And then lastly, allow the legs to relax. Allow the quads to kind of shift to the side. The legs are nice and soft. And then allow your toes to just kind of hang there. And with your eyes closed, I just want you to take a nice deep inhale. So maybe imagining that the breath fall or begins at the tippy toes, and as you take a nice deep breath in, you can almost feel that breath move through the entire body. So it's coming through the legs, it's making its way up the torso, maybe the chest lifts slightly. And as it reaches the tippy top of your head, maybe you can hang out with that breath for like 2-3 seconds. And then when you're ready to release, you allow that breath to just fall all the way back down to the tippy toes. But every part of the body sinks deeper into the earth. So it's almost like your mat is giving you a hug. I'm just going to continue taking nice deep breaths like this. And I want you guys to come back to what you're celebrating. The best thing about this is that it doesn't have to be this huge thing. Honestly, sometimes I just celebrate that I woke up in the morning or that I brushed my teeth today. You know, it could be something so simple as I ate a vegetable or I drank some extra water. The beauty in it is that we can celebrate everything we do because everything we're doing is worth celebrating. So think about that for another moment or so. Take nice deep inhales. Maybe you begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Deepening the breath. Good, and I'm gonna go ahead and get myself positioned. You guys can hear me good. All right. And then on our next inhale, I want you to go ahead, start to wiggle the toes and the fingers, keeping the head nice and heavy. And on your next inhale, we are going to bring the arms up by our ears, and we're going to bring our legs a little closer together. So take one more deep breath in and stretch everything from fingertips to tippy toes. Get a full body stretch here. And then exhale, release. Good job. On our next inhale, we're going to take our left ankle, cross it over the right. And we're going to take our right ankle and send it to the right corner of our mat. So now we're starting to get a nice curve in the lower body. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, allow that left hip to stretch. If you'd like to deepen the curve, what we're going to do next is grab onto our left wrist with our right hand. And then take our right wrist over to the right corner of the mat. So we're creating almost like a banana shape with our body. Deep inhales here, focusing on, as you breathe in, you're stretching a little bit more. And exhale. In for 2. Exhale. One more inhale here. Great job, guys. We're slowly going to return back to center. You're going to uncross your legs first, and then cross the right ankle over the left, and then reverse the hand grip. So I'm going to grab onto my right wrist with my left hand. Take another inhale first, and then start to send the ankles over to the left corner of the body. Take a deep breath here, focusing on stretching the right side. Maybe staying here, or again, if you'd like to deepen the stretch, we're going to take our wrists over to the left corner of our mat. Focusing on sending the breath right into that right oblique. So getting some space between the ribs And then just taking the stretch a little bit deeper. Inhale for 1. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale for 3. Good, and when you're ready, come back to the center. We're gonna go ahead, uncross the ankles, bring our right knee into the chest. So just gonna start with little wiggles left and right, slowly starting to open up the hip, you know, listening to the body, reading what our hips are saying. If they're super tight, you're just gonna kind of modify as we go through class. So when you're ready, we're gonna take a nice inhale here. I'm gonna take my left hand, place it flat on the mat. I'm gonna take my right leg and send it over to the right side. So we're gonna start with opening the hip. If it's comfortable, you can lower the right toes down to the mat and just close the eyes. Take a deep breath here. Hold it for 3, for 2. Good job. On your next inhale, we're gonna bring that knee into the chest. We're gonna grab onto it with our left hand. My right arm is now gonna come straight out to the right side. Take 1 breath here. And then as you exhale, we're crossing over the body. So this is, oh, this feels so good. Again, you can lower the toes down if it's comfortable. But you wanna try and get the shoulder blades flat onto the mat. Breathing here, hanging out for 3. My gaze is over to the right side. Just thinking about the twist in the torso for 1. Good job. Let's go ahead and come back to center. Take 1 inhale, maybe give it a little squeeze. And then as you exhale, we're going to switch the legs. So left knee's into the chest. And again, just start by little wiggles, just left and right. Maybe even take this time to massage the ankles. Good. And then when you're ready, right arm's going to come out straight first. We're going to take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, we're going to open up that left hip. So left leg to the left side of the room. Hanging out here for 3, for 2. Good job. Let's inhale, come back to center. We're going to grab on with our right arm. Left hand is going to come out. Take 1 breath here. And when you're ready, exhale, crossing the body. Woo. Gaze can come over to the left side, and we're just going to breathe for 3, for 2. Good job, everyone. Let's inhale, come back to center. From here, we're going to bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big little hug. And then we're going to take our knees and send them over towards the armpit. So I'm opening up my hips. Now, if you have really tight hips, you might just want to hang out right here. If you can go further, maybe start to reach for that happy baby. So I'm grabbing the outsides of my pinky toes, and I'm sending my heels towards the ceiling, and I'm sending my knees in towards the armpits. So what I'm also thinking about doing is keeping my lower back onto the mat. This is going to keep it nice and sturdy. Good support. Maybe you rock from side to side. Just hang out here. Take it wherever you can go. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead. Bring the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a good big hug. Maybe rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, you can rock forward and back. Woo! Take your time. I like to really massage the spine with that one. But we're going to make our way to a tabletop position. So you're just going to cross right over those ankles and come to all 4s. Good. So again, if anyone's new to this pose, the wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hip. My belly's kind of tight, so it's just keeping my spine nice and long. We're going to go to 2 rounds of cat-cow. So on your next inhale, we're going to lift the head and hips high. My shoulders are moving away from my ears. There's a nice arch in my spine. And when you're ready, you're going to exhale. You're going to send the navel up towards the spine. We're really sending the inner of your back up to the ceiling. Drop the head. Good. When you're ready, inhale, coming to that cow position. And then exhale, take it to the cat. So I like to think of like a Halloween cat where they're really scared and they're arched up. That's kind of what you want to look like. Good job. On your next inhale, come back to center. We're going to go ahead, send our right leg out. I'm super flexing the toes, squeezing the glutes. Take one breath here. As I exhale, I'm bringing my knee to tap my tricep. And then I'm going to push back out on the inhale. Exhale, knee taps my tricep. Push back out. Going to go again for 3. Push back out. We got 2 more. So keeping the belly nice and tight. Squeezing those obliques. 1 more. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to lower those right toes to the back of the mat. I'm going to come onto my left toes, kickstand it, so I'm sending them to the left side of the mat. And then I'm going to slowly start to roll to my gate pose. So my hips are starting to stack. My right heel is coming down to the mat and my right fingertips up to the ceiling. Good. So think about sending energy into that right pinky toe as you send the right shoulder back. For a deeper side stretch, you can take those right fingertips and send them to the front of the room. Breathing here for 3, for 2. Good job. Listen carefully. From here, we're going to take our right hand. We're going to place it on our right hip. My gaze is going to come down or straight in front of me. You can untuck the toes, but we're going to lift the right leg into a modified side plank. Squeeze the belly. We're holding it here. Fire through that right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. We're going to take our right hand, come back down to the mat. Keep our right leg lifted. Now what we're going to do is send our right leg to the left side of the mat and lower the toes. So it's a little cross on the body. And then I'm just going to breathe into that right hip. So I'm just going to twist a little bit here so I can kind of pop that right hip out. Yeah, it's kind of funky, I know, but we got this. We're hanging out for 3, for 2. Good job. Let's straighten everything out. Inhale, right leg up, and then return it down to that tabletop position. Go ahead and rock those hips. Woohoo! Let's go ahead and do the other side. So get a nice straight spine. We're going to inhale, left leg lifts. I'm super flexing my toes. I'm squeezing my core. On my next exhale, I'm going to send my knee to my tricep. Tap it for 1. Push back. Coming in for 2. Push back. Tapping it for 3. Back. Going for 4. Woo, squeeze. Last time. Good. Nice. From here, we're going to lower those left toes to the back of the mat. We're going to come onto our right toes and then kickstand our right foot. So I'm sending my right toes off the right side of my mat. Slowly start to stack those hips and then sending that left hand up to the ceiling. Good job. My left heel is on the mat and I'm just going to try and bring my gaze up. Nice. If you want to deepen the stretch, those left fingertips can come over the head towards the ear, sending them to the front of the mat and breathe. For 3, for 2. Good job. From here, coming to that modified plank. So I'm going to untuck my toes. My left hand is going to come to my hip. When I'm ready, I'm going to start to lift the left leg up. Squeeze. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good job. My gaze is going to come down. I'm going to lower my left hand back down. I'm bringing my right leg back underneath me. And then I'm going to send my left leg over to the right side of the body. I'm sorry, right side of the mat. Good. Breathing here. I'm just going to start to twist. Find a nice stretch on the outer right or left hip. Hang out here for 3, 2, and 1. Let's straighten everything out. Lift that left leg back and then bring it back down, tabletop position. Good job, guys. Go ahead and rock that out. Nice. And then from here, we're going to take a puppy pose. So all we're going to do is we're gonna try and keep our seat nice and high. We're just gonna walk our hands forward and see if you can rest your forehead onto the mat. We're gonna pause right here, take a nice deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale, still push through those fingertips for 3. Good. From here, we're just going to start to come forward onto our chest and chin. So like a little inchworm. My hands are up by my wrists. My knees are down, my chest is down, and so is my chin. I'm looking forward. As you exhale, we're gonna straighten the body up, and we're gonna lift the chest, baby cobra. 1 breath here. And then as you exhale, lower back down. Take it to a child's pose. We're gonna send the hips back. Forehead comes down to the mat. Good, and when you're ready, you can tuck the toes, take it up to an up for a downward facing dog. Nice. So a little trick with the down dog, you wanna take a look at your feet. Make sure they're about 2 fists widths apart. Good, and if you have to, you can keep the knees nice and soft, but we're just gonna hang out here for 3. Push through all 10 fingers for 2. Good, and as you come to 1, we're gonna inhale, right leg lifts high. As you exhale, knees coming in towards the center, planting it in between the palms, low lunge. Good, and then we're gonna go ahead and lower the left knee down. Keeping the 90-degree in the legs, we're gonna lift the top body up. All right, here we are. So let me just quickly keep breathing. I'm just gonna move this camera up. There we go. Good, so keep squeezing the core and the glutes. We're gonna inhale, arms up by our ears. So you have the option to do little wiggles. So as you exhale, hands are gonna come down to cactus. If you want, you can start to inch forward, just making sure that your right knee doesn't go over the right toes. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, bring those hands to cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, back up for 2. We're gonna go for 3. Back up for 4. Good, last time. Very nice. Let's bring our arms back by our ears. We're gonna lower the fingertips behind our lower back, interlace them. Take a nice deep inhale here. If this becomes too challenging at any time, you can bring your hands to your hips. But what we're gonna do is tuck the back toes, look forward, take a deep inhale, and then pushing up to a high lunge, I just want you to straighten out that back leg. Good. Feeling the burn, we're gonna go ahead and bring those arms to frame out our front ears. Take 1 breath in. Exhale. On your next inhale, we're gonna straighten out that right leg. If you can do this unsupported, go for it. Otherwise, you might wanna bring your hands to your hips. But when you're ready, we're slowly going to lower the top body over the right shin. And then once you can go ahead and plant those fingertips either on a block or the mat, whatever's close to you. So our feet might feel very wide right now. If that's uncomfortable, you can go ahead and kick in that left foot. So let's go ahead and have 2 straight legs here. Take 1 inhale to find some space. Exhale, forward fold. Making sure that that left hip, or excuse me, right hip is going towards the back of the room. That's gonna keep them nice and square. You're just gonna breathe here into this right hamstring for 3, for 2. Good job. Let's go ahead, soften up that right knee, and we're gonna come to a forward fold at the top of the mat. So just walk in that left foot. Inhale, hands come to the shins, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva, get that full body stretch. Reach for the ceiling. And then exhale, forward fold. Let's go ahead, step the right foot back, followed by the left. And if you're an advanced yogi, you can go ahead and take your flow. If you're looking for a modification, we're gonna come back down to those knees, chest, and chin. Good. Finding your inhale, you can restrain everything out, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Meeting in downward facing dog, you can tuck the toes and then send the hips back, or you can go through a child pose. Good, paddle out those feet, deep breath here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose as you look forward, plant the foot in between the palms, low lunge. Nice. Drop that back knee down if you want to tuck the toes. And when you're strong and sturdy, you can come up, arms to frame the ears. Woo. Good job. So 1 inhale here. As you exhale, thinking about opening up the chest, sending the shoulders behind you. Maybe you inch forward a bit. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, arms to cactus, stretch. Back to center. We got 2 more. So I'm really focusing on opening up the chest when I come to cactus arms. You might even want to send the head back a little bit. Good. Coming back to center, take an inhale here. As you exhale, fingertips to lower back, you can interlace the palms if it's comfortable. Tuck the back toes, and then finding that high lunge, take a deep breath and push up, straightening that right leg. Good, zip up the belly. Bring those arms back towards the ears. Deep breath here for 3, 2. Next inhale, we're gonna straighten out that left leg. And then as you exhale, you're slowly just going to hinge forward. Taking your time, and then once you can plant those palms, again, down to a mat. Or if the earth feels a little too far, you might wanna grab like a book or a box, something to give you some support. So again, if you need to walk that back foot in a little bit, you're welcome to do so. We're all gonna inhale, take a half lift, create some space, and then exhale, forward fold. Closing the eyes, just take a nice deep breath here. I'm gonna just send my left hip back so my right hip kicks forward, straightening out the hips. And breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good job. Inhale, half lift. Soften up that left knee, coming to a forward fold at the top of your mat. We're gonna bring our right leg to meet the left. Inhale, take your half lift. So I'm sending my weight into my heels. I'm pushing out through my hamstrings. Exhale, forward fold. Weight comes into the balls of my feet. Inhale, rise up, Urdhvastasana, full body stretch. Ooh, yeah. And then exhale, forward fold. You can soften the knees, you can jump or step back to your high plank. And again, you're welcome to take whatever flow is meant for you today. So if you need to modify and drop down, you can. If you want to take a traditional vinyasa, I'll walk you through. So inhale here. Exhale, lower down, hugging your ribs with your elbows. Inhale, coming to your up dog. So I'm setting the tops of my feet into the earth. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Go ahead, paddle out those feet. Really push through all 10 fingers here, sending my chest towards my thighs. Nice. Inhale, we're gonna lift the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, looking forward, planting the foot in between the palms. Good. And then thinking warrior 2, we're going to lower that left heel down to the mat. And then when you're ready, you can inhale those arms open. Good, this is such a strong, strong pose here. So my gaze is forward. I'm kicking out my right knee just enough that I can see my right big toe. And my shoulders are away from my ears. Breathe. Exhale. Send some weight into that left pinky toe. It's gonna help you get nice and low with that right knee. Good, on our next inhale, we're gonna hinge forward. I'm gonna flip that right palm. Send it behind me for a peaceful warrior. So I'm still keeping my knee soft. Deep breath here, I promise there's a relief. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to my warrior two. I'm gonna bring my right forearm onto my right thigh and my left fingertips up and over my ear. So this is your side angle. Good. Send my left shoulder behind me. It's gonna open up the chest even more for 3, 2. Very good. Listen carefully to this one. We're gonna start to bring our gaze down to the mat. I'm going to lower my left hand to the inside of my right foot, come onto my left toe. So I'm back in a low lunge. And then inhale, send my right fingertips towards the sky. So I'm taking a little twist. If this is too much, you can always drop that left knee down to the mat. Hang out here for 5, 4, 3, twist, 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 2. Good job. Inhale, frame out that right foot. If your knee's not down yet, you can lower that right or left knee down. And then inhale, straighten out that right leg. That must feel so good right now. So my right toes are up towards the ceiling. And I'm not just kind of like laying on my left foot. What I'm doing is I'm imagining that I'm trying to scrunch up the mat in between my right heel and my left knee. So there's a little tension in both legs. Take one half lift here. And if you can, exhale, forward fold. So you should feel a big, big stretch in that right hamstring. Good job, everyone. Relax the head. We're gonna breathe here for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Let's all inhale, take a half lift. We're gonna start to walk ourselves forward so we can plant that right foot back onto the mat. Lift the left knee, sending the right foot behind you, high plank. And an option to either take the modified side plank, or if you want to push yourself for the next step up, we're going to roll onto our right pinky toe and send our left fingertips up to the side. Woo, yeah. Now, if this is too easy for some of you guys, maybe start to lift that left leg high. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High plank. Woo! And go ahead, take your flow. Whatever variation you would like to today. If you want to skip them all together, you can also do that. But we're going to meet in a downward facing dog when you're ready. That was awesome, guys. Let's go ahead. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, plant that foot in between the palms. And you know where we're going, warrior two. So let's send that right heel down to the mat. And when you're ready, open up those arms. Woo, get nice and soft here. Super, super straight lines. Hold it here for 3, 4, 2. Inhale, reach forward, flip the palms, send the fingertips behind you, peaceful warrior. 1, 2. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, left forearm to the thigh. Right fingertips are gonna come up and over the ears. Good, keep getting nice and soft in that left leg. For 3, 2. Let's do the little dance. So gaze is gonna come down to the mat. I'm gonna lower my right fingertips to the inside of my left foot. I'm coming onto my right toes. And then I'm gonna send my left fingertips up towards the sky. Twist. Hanging out here for 3, 4, 2. Good, let's go ahead, bring your gaze down, frame out that left leg, lower the right knee, and then inhale, straighten out that left leg. Very, very good, everybody. Breathing here. Let's inhale, take a half lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Just breathe, focusing on the left hamstring now. Hang out for 5, for 4, 3, 2. Good job. Let's inhale, take a half. Let's start to walk ourselves forward. Tucking the right toes. We're going to lift the right leg, send the left knee behind you, high plank. So again, coming to a modified or the high plank itself. This time rolling onto the left peeking toes. Sending the right fingertips up towards the sky. You can hold it here. Maybe you lift the right leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High plank, inhale. Good job, guys. Exhale, take your flow. Using your breath to kind of bring you through each and every pose. You can modify them. You could enhance them. You can add push-ups even if you want. I know, crazy talk. All right, let's all inhale, come high into our toes. Look forward. Coming to a forward fold at the top of our mat. We can just walk ourselves to meet our fingers. Nice. So this time we're going to inhale, take a half lift. I'm going to heel toe my feet out nice and wide. Grab opposite elbows. And then exhale, soften the knees, forward fold. Allowing the head to just really hang heavy here. We're coming to a ragdoll. My weight is up by my toes. I'm just going to go from side to side. The more you bring your weight towards your toes, the more of a release you're going to start to feel in the entire back. For 3, 2, good. And 1, we're going to come back to center. Let's all inhale, plant the palms, take a nice half lift. From here, we're going to bring our heels in, toes are out. And we're slowly going to start to soften the knees, coming about halfway, and then sending the hips back up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Maybe you get a little lower with each and every exhale as you lower down. Good job. And then last time, we're going to see if we can come all the way down. So finding our Malasana pose. So I understand this is crazy pose for some people. So if this is too much for you, what I'd like you to do is come down to your seat, bring your heels together, and just focus on sending the heels closer to you. If you're in your Malasana, our hands are coming together. We're sending our elbows out to open up the hips. If you need even more space, maybe try coming to fists. That's a little crazy. And then if you'd like to try and go for the crow pose, for my advanced yogis, you're going to plant the palms down on the mat, straighten out those legs. You're going to, bend the knees and try and get the knees up towards the triceps. And then just like you would in your chaturanga, you're going to bend those elbows a lot. I'm bringing my gaze about 6 inches out in front of me, not directly below me. And then when you can, see if you can just lift one leg up at a time. I'm pushing through all 10 fingers. So that's going to help me not collapse the top body. Once you're comfortable, maybe you lift the other toes. Wherever you're at, let's just hang out there for another 5 deep breaths. Have fun, play around. Great, great practice. So breathing here again for 3, 4, 2, and 1. We're going to be in a high plank when you're ready. So if you want to keep practicing, go for it. But for those of us who are ready to move on, we're going to plant our palms. We're going to step our legs back to our high plank. We're going to squeeze the core as much as you can. Take a deep inhale. And very slowly, to the count of 4, I want you to lower to the belly. So I'm bending my elbows. So they're going towards the back of the room. They're hugging my ribs. And then I'm slowly, with control, lowering down to my belly. Good job, guys. From here, we're just going to bring our hands out in front of us. We can bring our third eye down to the mat. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, we're just going to lift the arms off the mat, so a half Superman. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, we're just going to lift the legs off the mat. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, we're going to lift everything off the mat. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, lift everything off the mat. Can you hold it this time for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower it down. Take your hips back to a child's pose. I'm just going to push up, maybe my toes touch, and just send my hips down. Good. Deep breaths here. Just slowing it down a little bit. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Again, exhale through the mouth. Good. On our next inhale, we're going to come back to that tabletop position. I'm going to tuck the toes, and I'm going to pop back up to that downward facing dog. Good. On my next inhale, I'm going to lift the right leg high. As I exhale, knee to nose, planting that foot in between the palms. Good. And then slowly coming up to our high lunge. So, so strong, so, so powerful. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Good. Now what I want you guys to do is take your 2 peace fingers. Say, what's up? We're going to bring those fingers or those arms forward. I'm going to hinge over my right thigh and plant my 2 peace fingers at the top corners of my mat. From here, I'm going to shift and lift my left leg off the ground. So I'm flexing my left foot a lot here. This is a modified warrior 3. If you'd like to play with coming unsupported, you can lift one hand off the mat at a time and slowly hover the top body over the mat. Wherever you're at, we're hanging out for 3, 2. Good. Let's come back to that modified warrior 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to walk our right fingertips a little bit off the mat. So think about like a 1 or 2 o'clock. My left hand's coming to my left hip, and then I'm just slowly starting to stack the hips, coming to our half moon pose. Good job, guys. I know it's funky, but you guys got it. If you'd like to send those left fingertips up to the sky, you can. But we're just going to hold it here for 3, 4, 2. Good. Return the left hand back down to the mat. My left finger or my left toe tips are going to come over to the right side of the mat. So I'm crossing my legs. I'm bending my knees, and then I'm slowly going to lift the top body. So just so you guys can see a little bit, if I come here, closer, I cross my left leg behind my right. I'm on my left toes, and my knees are nice and soft. Now what I'm doing is I'm focusing on sending weight into this left hip here. That should find a nice calf stretch. Deep breath here for 3. 4, 2. Good. Now from here, we're going to start to send the weight back into that right leg. I'm planting my arms back down. I'm sending my left toes to the back of the left side of the mat. Sending my right toes back. Now I'm in a high plank. I will inhale, and then exhale, hips up and back down dog. Good job, guys. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, plant the foot in between the palms. And when you're ready, you can slowly rise up to that high lunge. So again, if lunges are ever too much at any time, you can always drop that back knee down. Deep breath here for 3, 4, 2. Let's get our 2 peace fingers ready. We're going to inhale and slowly start to hover the top body over the left thigh. I'm looking forward as I plant my fingers in the corners of the mat. When you're ready, one big shift and lift to straighten out the left leg and lift the right toes off the mat. And again, same thing here. Maybe you stay down on the ground, that's awesome, or you can start to come unsupported. Maybe it's just a matter of hovering the fingertips off the mat. Play around with it, see where the weight goes, see what your body can do. Focus on an object that's not moving for 3, 2. Returning back to that modified warrior 3. This time we're going to take our left hand, send it to about a 9, 10 o'clock. My right hand to my hips, and then slowly start to stack the shoulders, stack the hips. My toes, it's almost like I can like push the back wall out. 3, 2. Good, returning back to that modified warrior 3, both hands down. This time my right leg is going to come out over to the left side of the mat. Lowering the toes, I'm going to bend the knees and then bring those hands to prayer and lift the top body. So Grishma on the other side. Breathing here. And this is always different for everybody. Sometimes you have to, bring the toes in, take the toes out. Play around with what feels good to you. Deep breath for 3, 2. Good job. Weight is in the left leg now. I'm going to lower the palms down. Right toes to the back of the mat, followed by the left. And then inhale and exhale, take your flow. So again, you can come down to knees, chest, and chin. Finding your baby cobra. Lowering it back down. Taking it to a child's pose. And then meeting up in a downward facing dog. Very good, guys. On our next inhale, when you're ready, you're gonna lift the right leg tall. I'm bringing my right shin to the top of the mat, so we're coming into our pigeon pose. Before we move further from here, I just want you guys to take a little peek. Make sure that that left leg is nice and straight behind you. If you need any type of block or support in the hips, you can go ahead and grab that now. Option to stay here, or option to slowly start to lower down to a position that's comfortable to you. So for most people, it's the forearms. Sometimes you can even come flatter than that. So I'd like you to just close the eyes, take a nice deep breath, do a little body scan, see how things are feeling. If this position is too hard on your hips, you can come onto your back and you can take your legs like a figure 4. I think I've showed it a few times. If you're unsure, you can reach me on Instagram, ask me about it, and I can send you a demo. Just take a nice deep breath wherever you're at. You have the option of staying straight, or if you'd like to tense up those fingertips, take a walk over to the left side, and then walk it back down. That's gonna get all the outer hip on the right. Just focusing on your breath here. We've done a lot of moving around, so if you've lost the breath, just take this moment to reconnect with it. Good. And on our next inhale, we can slowly start to lift the top body back up. Walk yourself centered. Get nice and tall. And then what I'd like you to do is keep your right hand to the inside of that right leg. We're going to bend the left leg. Now, if you need to grab a towel or a belt to help with the assist, so you can go ahead and get that left heel a little bit closer to the glutes. So you want to stand nice and tall. That right arm is really going to be there for support. And I'm focusing on stretching my quad on the left side. Deep breath here for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's slowly release. We're going to come back to center. We're going to tuck those left toes and lift the left knee. And then sending the right leg up behind you, 3-legged dog, big stretch. And then return the right leg down to the mat. Go ahead and paddle everything out. And then let's go ahead and inhale, lift the left leg high. And then exhale, left shin to the top of the mat. So again, as you get settled here, just take a look. Make sure your leg's nice and straight behind you. And again, same thing. Inhale and exhale, walk it out. So you might notice that one side is a little bit different than the other, and that's okay. My left side is usually a little easier sometimes. So I'm just going to check in with the body, see how everything's feeling. find those sticky areas, and then use my breath as a tool to kind of massage those areas so I can get them opened a little bit more. Just take a nice deep breath here. For 3, for 2. And you can either stay centered or you can take a little walk over to the right side and then walk it down. This is going to feel really great on the outer hip of the left side. Deep breath here for 5, for 4, 3, 2. Great job. Let's inhale, slowly come back up, making your way back to center. Good, and then this time we're gonna walk the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Get nice and tall, and then kick up the right leg and see if you can grab onto the toes or the ankle, and then just start to work that right heel closer to the glutes. You wanna try and get out of the shoulders. So if you're scrunched into the shoulders and they're close to the ears, really separate that. Get a nice long spine. Hang out here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Tuck the right toes, lift the right leg, sending the right or the left leg up behind you. Big stretch, inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Let's go ahead and pat out those feet. Good. Then we're just gonna inhale, lower the toes down, or excuse me, lower the knees down, and then walk yourself back onto your heels. Good. So from here, guys, we're gonna do a little bit of inversion work. We touched on this last week a little bit. I think a lot of people had fun, so I wanted to bring it back. There's a lot of options. If you have a wall nearby, you can just put your feet up right against the wall. If you're not near a wall and you'd like to come down to your back, you can just start there. Or for my advanced yogis, if you want to do some headstands or handstands, I'm going to trust in you guys that you know what you're comfortable with playing around. So take it where you want to go. I'm going to show you guys what to do on your backs. When you're ready, you can just lower down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my legs up nice and tall. Now, maybe you stay right here. Maybe you use your hand as a little bit of support so you can kind of relax the legs. Again, you have them up against the wall. All you're going to do is keep them there. It's the best thing ever. I love it. It's my favorite. So the point in all this is allowing the blood to just flow a different direction. If you're familiar with a shoulder stand, you can even take it up to there. But for today, I'm just going to hang out right here. I'm going to close my eyes. If you have a block or even a pillow is beneficial, I'm going to take it and just put it at my lower back. So I just kind of pike up my legs up towards the ceiling, creating enough space for me to slide my block behind my lower back. And it's just a matter of doing this. If you'd like to maybe open up the hips or maybe bring your heels together, you can play around with it. Do little bicycles. I know Brittni and I had a lot of fun with these headstand inversions and what we can do with the legs. All right, we're just gonna hang out for 5 more deep breaths. So have fun playing around. Hang out here for 4, for 3, for 2. Great job, guys. And now wherever you are, you want to make your way back down to your mat. If you took the headstand or handstand, I'm just going to ask that you come to a child's pose for a couple of breaths. Good. If you did take a shoulder stand, you want to come to a fish pose, you can do that. But for all of us who just had our feet up, we're just going to bring them back down to the mat. And then when you guys are ready, you're going to meet here with our knees close to our chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Good. And then we're going to take our arms to cactus and lower them onto the mat. I'm going to bring my knees to 90 degrees, so like a tabletop leg. Take one inhale here. And as I exhale, my knees are going to come over to the left, and my gaze is going to come to the right. So finding a twist that we started with in the beginning of practice, and maybe just taking little notes of how it feels now. After we've built some heat, we've done some twists, we've opened the chest. Good. And then on our next inhale, we're going to come back to center. And then as you exhale, knees over to the right. Gaze to the left. It's okay, Brandon, you can go ahead. You gotta pick up the food, that's very important. Breathing here for 3, for 2. Great job, guys. Inhale, coming back to center. Knees back into the chest. Let's go ahead and take those knees over to the armpits. Again, you can stay right here if you're feeling any type of way in the hips. Or maybe going for that happy baby and grabbing the outside of the toes. Sending the heels towards the ceiling. Maybe you notice that now you can go to happy baby, right? Done some of the work. Breathing here for 3, for 2. We can go ahead and bring the heels together. So thinking like butterfly legs, you can let the knees fall out to the side. One more breath. Good, and then return the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Deep inhale through the nose. And then as you exhale, go ahead and take up as much space as you'd like on the mat. Shavasana, the best pose in yoga. And just take a nice, deep, long inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. Allow the body to once again get heavy. Allow the mind to stay nice and clear. Start to thank yourself so much for making it to your mat today. Celebrate this moment with us, celebrating you. We are always so grateful to see you guys come here each and every week. And seeing you guys and hearing about all the progress you're making, so beautiful. So thank you guys so much. 2 more inhales here. And you guys are, of course, welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. But when you're ready, I want you to start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Move that head from side to side. And then bring the right knee into the chest, followed by the left. Giving yourself a little hug. Thanking yourself, who's everybody, so much for making it to your mat today. And we're going to roll over to the right side and slowly make our way to a seated position at the top of the mat. So I like to keep my eyes closed. I like to sit up nice and tall. My dog is ready to play. Thank you guys so much. Oh, stay there. I'm trying to get him up. So thank you guys so much for coming again. We love having you. Just remember that there's always something to celebrate, whether it's big or small, it's always meaningful. So the light in me sees and honors that same divine light in each and every one of you. Namaste. All right, good job, everybody. Let's see.
That. Honestly, I think that Tank was just trying to celebrate. He was reminding you all that that was where we set our intention, and that is where we can still be, is in that celebration mode. I don't know about anybody else, but I broke a sweat during that one.
That's that one pose where you're like on your hands and you put your knees on your triceps, and
Bro.
I got like 10 seconds out of that.
That's awesome.
Warrior 3 killed me.
It's never easy. And if you guys ever have any questions on these poses or need modifications, just always feel free to like reach out to Brittni or I, and we can adjust for next week. But we like to try and bring some new things each and every time.
Yes. So, I mean, a few of you haven't been able to join us because it's the morning thing and you're not able. So, just in case you don't know, this is a free class that we've been doing, optional donation. And what that donation is, it goes to FLAG. FLAG stands for Frontline Appreciation Group. And we started this in the beginning, and we've chosen a location where our participants live, right? We've had some of these calls have 40 people, 50 people. So we've seen like what regions y'all are in, and then chosen a FLAG group based on where you live. And what FLAG does is it takes the donations that we provide and purchases meals in local communities, and then gives those meals to the frontliners in the hospitals. So it's full circle. It's a way that we can help without, leaving the house. So we've donated Illinois, Florida, Texas. I'm in Jersey. Tina just is from Jersey, just moved to Connecticut. We've donated to Connecticut. This week we're doing New York City because it is still a hot spot. So they need a lot of our help. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link. If you have the means to donate, do not feel pressured to donate if you don't. But if you do, anything helps, and there's a direct link in there. We gathered everyone's Instagram handles a little bit earlier. How did everybody like doing a little bit of community prompt in the beginning of the call? Was that cool? Give me a thumbs up. All right, awesome. Okay, so next week, the goal would be 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So, if Zoom holds strong for us, that'll be the case. So just keep an eye on your email, and we'll send out a little update, and hope to see you all there.
Do you want to try to take a photo real fast since there's enough of us?
Yes, we should take a photo. What should we do? With our hands, maybe?
Just do like a celebratory.
Ooh, spirit fingers, that's what it is. I'll take a screenshot after. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next week and on the gram.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.